Well, hello guys, welcome back. If we're lucky, this cheap ass equipment will actually run. I am so done with Bandicam. It's a piece of shit. Do not buy it. It's terrible. It keeps crashing now. So, and it is updated and everything else is updated. It's a crash fest today. And we're trying to approach something with love. Cliff Notes version. We got this sob story last night. We took pity. We instantly were made to regret it. So as angry as I was last night, and I had a dream about it where I was being pushed out, and I know it was the lowest speaking to me. Um, as angry as I've been, Ezeli keeps telling me, and Damballa keeps telling me, and they're all telling me to react with love, not hate. And that's really hard to do when somebody is trying to force their wants on you, and they're not even caring about you as a human being. They're just trying to force what they want on you. And the Norse gods are being rather forceful at this point. And I did it from a place of mad, and I know this is all you understand, but this is also being done from a place of love as well. Not only are they not here, but every time they do this now, they pull a stunt, a couple of their things go. And I can't afford to replace these things now. Some of them are just like silly tokens other people might have not held on to, like Valhalla Java used to have art on the box of Odin and that. It wouldn't mean anything to anyone else, but to me, it was a sacrifice I made because it's not the world's cheapest coffee, at least not for me, and I was throwing away something I would never get back again because that specific box had memories attached to it. But, every time they do this, then their stuff gets taken down, stuff gets thrown out. And it first gets taken down, and then if they persist, out it goes. And I said to Loki, I said, this seems to be the only thing they understand. I'm not happy. It breaks my heart to have to take away something gave them with love. But I said, they don't understand it, nor do they appreciate their things. They see it as things they are, that are due to them. They don't see it as a gift of love. I said, I don't even know if they can comprehend love. I said, I'm starting to wonder if they comprehend loving humans. I said, at this point, I know it's not about me as a human being. It's me as a shiny toy that they want, and they are not going to let go. And at this point, they're doing the jumping up and down, stamping their feet, and screaming really loud. That meme about why can't you be normal and the kids in the backseat screaming, that's the Norse gods right now. And so every time they do this, as much as it hurts me, and I feel like the mother having to punish her naughty children, I'm like, okay, you're not only out of the house for keeps now, but every time you do try to get back in, I'm throwing some of your stuff out. I'm taking some of your stuff down. I don't like having to do this to you and having to be the mom, but you clearly never had a good mother figure to tell any of you how to behave because they don't care. They don't care. And what made me so angry is that Freya came to me with this sob story about how mean the old man was being to her, and it was just a passkey for the old man to come in because the moment she thought she got settled back in and had been forgiven, the old man showed up. And I'm like, no, no. Okay, you've chosen your side, Missy. You have made it clear where your bread is buttered, as Odin would put it. I said, you've made it clear. You've made a choice. And I said, this isn't even about me as a human being anymore. It's about you winning. And you're not going to win, not against me. So I'm trying to do it from a place of love, but I'm also doing it from a place of, hey, I'm allowed to be angry if I'm being treated as an object and a toy and a prize to be won at this point. It's no longer about me as a human being. They're not even pretending to love me. They want love. They want attention. They want to be given gifts. They want to have altars and have everything about them. But they refuse to share. They refuse to acknowledge the godhood of any of the other gods. They even refuse to, acknowledge your existence. And I had a dream this morning, kind of like a nightmare, where I was in a study hall, so I'm supposed to be learning, in college for some reason. And I think these only exist in college movies because I've never remembered study hall ever in college. But anyhow, I'm in study hall. And I am going back a couple rows and asking this guy what's up with our study hall because something seems wrong. And he says, well, we're being forced out. We are being forced out. These other people want to come in here and take it from us. And it couldn't have been more clear that the other people were the Norse gods. And I was going to get my backpack, and instead of being my mother's pink backpack that I wear. It was that backpack, but it was jet black, like special ops military stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is definitely Ogu speaking to me. I put it on my back. And I'm trying to get my keys, and they are not house keys, and they are not the keys to my future. They are keys to once upon a time I thought I was going to be a stage magician, and I had handcuffs. They were keys to those handcuffs, so they were keys to freedom, right? And I get shoved from behind by Freya, like she just shoves right into me. Clearly doesn't want me to be free at this point. This dream couldn't be any more obvious. And the keys jump from my hand and jump into this pure white backpack of, like, I thought it was another student's, but clearly Papa Damballa reference because the pure white. And I'm trying to reach in, and the keys keep going deeper and deeper and deeper, and I'm like, I'm going to be in so much trouble and everything else. And I know that was Papa Legba saying your freedom's just going further and farther away from you, Sheer. And I'm angry, and I'm yelling at them. I'm saying, stop shoving me, stop shoving me. And I'm trying to get out of the way, and they're still shoving me, and they're still shoving me. And finally, I curse them out, and I say, fine, and we walk out of the room, so they will get off my 6. This is not the way I termed it, but you know me, you've seen what I talk like on this channel. I get out, and I'm, like, taking stuff out of my bag, and I don't even remember the taking stuff out of my bag, but I knew I had to pack it back in. And I'm so angry, and I'm both in the hallway outside my bedroom, but I'm in the hallway in the school. And I'm telling them, I'm like, Ogu's there. Liliano's there, and he's got that smile on his face he gets when I lose it, because he usually normally is one of the few Ogus that doesn't get angry. And he's like, oh, what's the matter this time? I said, they kept shoving me and shoving me and shoving me in my blinking blank and ripping rack and keys, and I want my keys. And now I'm never going to have my keys because whoever had that bag probably took them. And I wake up and I'm still spinning tacks, and I'm telling like about this. He goes, well, now you know how we feel. And he just looked at me like, I told you. It felt like they tried to make a little noise and a little static today, so I was like, you know what? Okay, we are dumping your stuff, because unfortunately, the only thing you've shown me consistently over the years that you understand is domination and taking things from other gods. You were really good at that shit. You're not good at sharing, you're not good at caring, you're not good at loving, you're not good at multicultural, you're not good at moving forward in 2020. So your stuff's coming down faster than Confederate statue. Yes, I said it. So their stuff is coming down. And I was even talking to the other gods seriously, and Loki's in on this conversation too, because Loki's, keeping it real with me. I said to Loki, I said, we all know gods don't actually have a color. Gods don't have a race. Gods aren't humans, okay? I said, have they bought into the white identity? Because they need to go listen to Jane Elliott. I hope I got her name right. They need to go listen to her. I give you a link to her in that Obama thing about, how race is a myth. Or there was this myth brought up by, like, it's a lie. It's not a myth. Myths explain why things are the way they are. Lies are what you tell yourself to feel better about yourself. And I go, woo, back here. And race is a myth. We have one race, the human race. We're all humans. We all look like whatever our ancestors look like as they dispersed from Africa. And I said, I've often wondered, especially as I was practicing Voodoo, were the gods of all these countries, were they what the Loa became as they moved with us? Were they already in those countries waiting for us? The world will never know, right? I said, but it's like they've truly bought into this white identity. And Loki looked at me and shrugged and goes, look at the majority of the people that work with them. I said, you got a point. And Loki said, look at the people the old man attracts. He says, why do you think he's going to step away from that? He loves it. He loves attention, unfortunately. And at one time I would have stood up for the old man and fought for him and said that wasn't who he is, but the more time goes on and the more he seems to have taken a shine to Trump, the more I'm like, oh my god, he actually is a monster. How did I not see this? One thing we do a fancy sidestep of if we work with Norse gods is we kind of sidestep Hitler, and that's how the revival of the Norse gods came. But we can't sidestep that anymore. We gotta look at it and go, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. That's pretty messed up. And maybe if we want to work with these gods, we have to see if these gods are capable of being moved away from something like that. And they certainly seem to be the one group of gods in existence that if you can't be Old Norse, you might as well not even. But now they don't want to let go. Now they don't want to get out. And I'm ready to bust some heads open because of my temper. And Ezili and Dambala and, Ogu and everyone have been trying to have me calm down, work with water because I'm Balianos. And you put us near water and we calm down and we're like, fine, whatever. Cooling down, fine. And to work with love, so we've been playing a lot of beautiful music from Haiti for the spirits, and it's hard. It's hard because I want to pop some people in the face, and they're like, no, that's not the solution here. We have to handle this with love and move on as a family in love and celebration, and they're just not part of that. So that was partially peaceful, partially angry. Be glad you did not see the thing this morning. 15-20 minute rant on Confederate flags and what people can do with them. And I don't mean arts and crafts either. And I'm glad this country is changing. I never thought I would live to see the day when NASCAR didn't have Confederate flags and Confederate statues were taken down. I never thought I'd live to see this day. I never did. It's like living partially in heaven. There's a lot of hell still going on. My apologies to the demons. I'm gonna but we're moving forward, guys. It's painful. It hurts. It hurts because every time we move forward, somebody just like self-destructs. It's been said that money and the internet are like giving our inner demons Ferraris. They just bring out who you truly are. Money brings out who you always truly were. If you get a lot of it, you will find out who you are. You will. You think you won't, and you will try to say the money changed me. It just brings out who you are. Now you can, make mistakes. Everybody does. But it brings out who you are. It brings out the real you. It's like Facebook brings out the real you in people. You can know people, think are so nice, and you go and you read their Facebook and you're like, oh my God, what is wrong with this person? This person's evil. Oh my God, look who it is. And, I've even asked people I know that, put all these vile, terrible things on Facebook, and they go, well, I'm just saying what everybody's thinking. I'm like, oh my God, you're a disgusting human being. I don't think I can associate with you anymore. Ugh. Well, no. So I came clapping, cheering back here. So a very happy belated Friday to you guys. We have been playing a wonderful new game I got down. I really suck at, but I love it. Queen of the Seas. And it's all about Yumea, and it's about, you come from this family that there's this beautiful tradition that, once a year, sometimes more, like you can do it the new year. You can do it anytime you want to thank her or ask her for blessings. You take these little wooden boats, and there's, this tradition, and you put the offerings in it, and you put it out into the sea, and you send the offerings to Yumea. Well, in the video game, this family goes pretty hardcore, and they put on diving equipment, and they dive down to the bottom of the sea, and they take their offerings to Yumea in person. And it's a platformer, so I'm really bad about it. And even though I've kind of ground for 2 hours to get all the upgrades, I can only make it about halfway to Yumea. I'm never going to see Yumea. I am not. Unless Ogu somehow goes bloop to the game and all the sharks and jellyfish disappear and I can just kind of I'm never going to make it to Yumea. And I've gotten all the upgrades. It's like I'm just bad. It was 99 cents though. And it is pretty. It is fun. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at it at all. If you guys want to see something like that though, because I've actively been looking for, for black publishers, for African-centric, African-American-centric stories, and there aren't really a huge amount. There are some, and maybe they're above our price range. Like there was one where there was you type in black protagonist on Steam, and you will get things that come back to you, but maybe it's a $20 game, so it's kind of above our price range. So we're doing what we can, but if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you later. Bye-bye.